Good morning, and you are watching Kwak TV, because why watch Kwak TV when you can watch Kwak TV with me, Calvin here, and it is Monday, people. How are we doing? If you are watching live, please jump in the comments and say good morning to me. It is a fresh week, and if you are watching this on replay on Facebook, please do put hashtag replay in the comments. And people, remember, you can also catch this replay and every other replay on my YouTube channel, Kwak TV. How are we? It is a fresh week. 15th of March. We're already like kind of halfway through March, shall we say? Halfway through, yeah. And it's great. It's right, I'm going to have to share these comments, aren't I? There we go. Good morning, Mr. Quackers. This is the wife, everybody. And yes, you do like my t-shirt. It's actually his. Just, yeah, there we go. Pecs being in a relationship. You can steal each other's clothes. In a same-sex relationship? Yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, how are we doing? Facebook user, bear me. I don't know who you are. So this means we need to drop your name in the comments for me, or go to the little description at the top, click the more button, and then click StreamYard, and it'll allow me to see your name. So it's good morning, Mr. Robert Lee. Hope you are well. It's yeah, fabulous weekend. Hope we had a lovely Mother's Day, and a shout out to all the wonderful mums and guardians out there for a lovely day yesterday. Good morning, Mr. Gary Jones. So before I bring today's guest on, which is going to be a very fun conversation. I love this lady. She's a ball of energy. It's why it's in a business name, to be honest. She's a ball of energy. No, there's more to it than that, trust me. So yes, before I bring today's guest on, I will go through my normal spiel of stuff. Oh, it's Tony Jackson. Thank you, Mr. Robert Lee. Good morning, Tony with an I Jackson. Hope you are well, my love. So yes, this morning, so as we know, every day on days on Kwak TV, I do the days of the year. Today is World Speech Day. That's right, people, World Speech Day. You might not be able to do it in person yet, but you can do it virtually. So let's get that World Speech Day commencing. It is also, ooh, I know the right person that I need to sell this to. It is World Consumer Rights Day. I know she isn't watching the show at the moment, but Helen Judney, the complaining cow herself, is a consumer rights expert, and today is World Consumer Rights Day. So honestly, brush up on them consumer rights people. Brush up on complaint handling. Christ, we've got everyone jumping on this morning. Good morning, Chelsea White. Honestly, got everyone. So anyone within 4N for networking, Chelsea White is the member of the week, and she made herself a crown out of her laser cutter and printer, and yeah, you couldn't get any more extra. It's also True Confessions Day. Oh, that's right, people. Slip up on them confessions. It's also Brutus Day. Don't know what that is. And it's also Buzzards Day. Buzzards was in the birds. That's what type of day it is. Good morning, Mr. Simon Fairbrother. Fabulous man. Wealth management. If anyone needs any help with wealth management, please go and check out Mr. Simon Fairbrother. He is fabulous. It's so as we know, every morning as well on Kwak TV, I go through the different Twitter. We'll put my bloody teeth in today. Hashtags that are trending on Twitter today. So today your trending hashtags are as follows. Hashtag Monday Motivation. Hashtag Monday Thoughts. Hashtag Monday Morning. And hashtag Monday Vibes. So we've got hashtag Monday Vibes, hashtag Monday Morning, hashtag Monday Thoughts, and hashtag Monday Motivation. I nearly forgot one then. It's right in front of me. I don't know how I could forget it. So yes, it is fabulous day. But on a real proper random note, I was sat at my desk, so I'm not at my normal like residence. People that watch Kwak TV will know that, you know, I possibly jump between two households, or there we see two different backgrounds. And I'm at my house. I'm either at Mr. Quacker's house or I'm at my house. And when I was here, I just looked down and I was like, what the hell is this? And I just found, hopefully this won't invert it. It says 52 times Britain was a bell end. The history you didn't get taught at school. I know I got bought this as a Secret Santa Christmas just gone, and I completely forgot about it. But yeah, it's quite funny. For example, I opened one page and it said grave robbery used to be that big in the UK. People used to set traps on them with shotguns. So if you try digging, a shotgun would shoot you. True facts. There you go. I might stick with this every day. Who knows? 52 times Britain was a bell end. It's a good job there ain't 52 times Quackers was a bell end, because there's more times than that. So anyway, with no further ado, today's guest is a fabulous lady. She can help you sort your energy out in your room, your energy out in your life, and also help you sell a home faster. So, but she's also pretty musically inclined as well. So today's guest is the one and only Gillian. Hello, Gillian. How are you?
Good morning. How are you, Callum, with a K?
Oh, Colin, okay, thanks. I'm good. What about you, my lovely?
I'm good, thank you. Monday morning.
Oh, this is what we like. It is. Do you know what? I don't know if it is for you, but it is a sunny day today. It is.
It's trying to get sunny down here in Berkshire. It's trying to come out. A bit dull,
Oh,
but
love it. So, Chelsea White is saying, I need some positive energy this morning. Well, Chelsea, we might be able to help you with that. Good morning, Mr. Dave Edwards. Hope you are well, and I cannot wait to grab a pint with you soon. So, Gillian, just in case people don't know who you are and what you do, who are you and what do you do?
So I'm Gillian Mcilwraith, and I own a company called The Energy Wheel. I am a classical feng shui consultant, and I am a sound healer as well, and I'm a music teacher.
Oh, love it. So let's get the elephant out the room, right? So I told you before you came on, I'm going to prod you with a big stick.
You
Feng
can.
shui. I know you do it, but a lot of people will probably think, nah, it's a load of bollocks. You know these results. You know, I was brought up with feng shui, tarot cards, and you know, sound healing, all that kind of thing. My mum's very, very spiritually into it. But results. How you've gotten some real results with feng shui, haven't you, for yourself and for clients?
Yeah.
Give us a couple of examples.
So I've got a client who came to me. She was knew a little bit about feng shui. Now, before I sort of delve into her, there are things you can pick up a book and you can look at feng shui, but feng shui in a book is just entertainment for the masses. That is all it is. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone and spent thousands and thousands of pounds training if I could just train from a book. You know, it's a no-brainer, really. It's diluted. It's very, very. It's entertainment based.
Yeah.
You know, put your sofa here. You know, put you know, a money wealth vase here. This, that, and other. It's
a lot of bollocks.
Yeah, basically. So anyway, I've got this client. She came to me. And she said, I need some help here. She said, I've lost the love of my life. And she said, and I've got a feeling it's something to do with my aquarium in my house. So she knew a little bit about feng shui. She knew a little bit about water and stuff like that. So I did an audit in her house and everything else, and had a look at the floor plan, and then went down to visit her. And as soon as I walked in, as soon as I saw where it was, and I was just like, you've moved that into completely the wrong place. You've disturbed the energy. And he literally had walked out of the house, like literally within a day or two of her moving this aquarium. So we did an audit in her house. We sorted out the energy, put the remedies in the right place so that the energy was flowing in her home. When the energy is positive and flowing in your home, you're going to feel more positive. Everything starts to become positive in your life, the opportunities that come in anyway. He's now back in her life and they're getting married. The long and short of it.
Love it. Absolutely. So do you know what? My first question possibly should have been, what is feng shui? Do you know what? In a nutshell, I know I'm going to say the words broad spectrum because there's a lot to it.
A lot to it.
But what is feng shui in a nutshell?
So it is about balance and energy. You know, energy is all around us. We are life force, and we can't survive without life force. We can't survive without yin and yang. So it is yin and yang in our environment. Everything revolves around life force, and that is all it is, energy. And that energy can get stuck. It can be a negative influence, and it can be a positive influence. And you can be living in a house that can make you sick. I've had a client that was sick, and she was living in what we call a void house. And a void house is where it sits on a compass direction that has no energy at all, and there are a few of them. And that basically means that there's no yin and there's no yang energy in your house. It can make you very, very sick, and it can make you lose money. It can make you lose. I don't even want to say it can be really, really detrimental. So she did move, and she's now completely happy and free and everything else. So we definitely, when we're buying homes, we definitely want to be avoiding void homes. And
yeah, and a lot of people, so from a non-educated air quote person, a lot of people, feng shui, yin yang can be and is known in many different ways, such as, a lot of people talk about the white wolf and the black wolf inside of them permanently at battle. That's yin and yang. And, it's that push and pull. It's all them kind of things, it's the good, can you say good energy can be against bad energy, and it's balancing that. And, that's for me in my mind is balancing it.
yeah.
And it's so important, but not even when it comes to, I said it's a very big thing, not just moving furniture, but in all aspects of your life. Feng shui, like you're saying, it's life force. It comes everywhere, and it's got to balance everywhere. And it is so important. Chelsea White is asking, can you work with smaller, awkward rooms?
Yeah, any space.
Yeah, any space, because any space needs it. Every space needs it, and it is so important.
The thing about smaller spaces is obviously you've got to keep them completely decluttered. Because as soon as you have so much junk in there and whatnot, then all you're getting is stuck energy within the room. If you imagine the energy comes in to your home via your front door, okay? And if it's grubby and dirty, that energy is going to come up and go, sod this, I'm not going in there. Because as soon as it gets near that grubby or front door that's full of obstacles and whatnot, it just gets stuck.
Yeah. And it's very similar. It's very similar to examples people give on the law of attraction.
Yeah.
Because it very is. If you set yourself upright and you're giving off, that you want these things in life, these positive things, you have to. And for example, like you just said, if you've got a mucky door, in my mind, straight away, anything that's going to walk into your house, in air quote, is going to be mucky. It's going to be dirty. Do you want that? And it takes a lot. Like my mum, for example, I talk about my mum all the time, but she is really big on making sure the house feels right, and she won't settle until it feels right. Even sat there in a photo frame, being in the wrong place or not on the right angle, she's like, it's not there. I can't, it just doesn't seem right. And a lot of people think, like, for example, looking at something in the corner, I don't like that there. I'll leave it there until I find where I want it to go.
Sometimes you don't know what it is either. Sometimes you don't know what that feeling is, but it just doesn't feel right. And our gut is so sensitive. Our gut basically is our whole system telling us something, and a lot of the time we don't listen to it.
Yeah, and do you know what? A lot of this ties in with, obviously, I know you said like sound healing. I hope I've said that right. Sound healing. Chakras. I believe a lot in chakras. Because if one thing's clouded, the others are going to be clouded, and it ties into a lot. But sound healing. So, what is sound healing?
So, sound healing is using vibrational instruments. Don't go there. It's vibrational instruments that are specialized for sound healing, not just any old instrument, and that produces a frequency and basically puts the body back in to tune. So it basically puts the yin and the yang back in balance. It's exactly the same thing. With feng shui, it's the chakras of the house. In China they call it acupuncture of the house. And when they buy a home in China or any of those Eastern countries, they have a feng shui consultant come in, exactly the same as they have your home surveyed. They have it with every single home. But sound healing is exactly the same. It's acupuncture for the body, but without the needles. So the vibration goes in and basically just gets rid of the stagnant energy, which is causing the chakras to become unbalanced.
Yeah, and do you know what? You do this really well, and so does everyone else. I'm going to because I know you help a lot of people with selling homes, and if no one's experienced this, you'll get it when you do it. When you go around viewing homes, viewing apartments, you will walk into one, you'll go, don't like it, and you'll go, like if you've got a partner with you, they'll be like, what do you mean? Like, I'm just not feeling it, and all I've done is stepped in the door. You're like, I'm just not feeling it. And you'll walk around, and it's not all about, you know, picturing yourself there and all like this. Sometimes you will just walk in and you'll go, nope, not for me, not feeling it. And that is obviously, I'm guessing, a lot to do with the energy in the room kind of being, and you not matching it, you not being that yin to that yang.
Exactly. You just hit the nail on the head. It's you are an energetic being, and you walk into that space that's got energy, you are mixing with that energy and you are not feeling it. Exactly. But obviously you say you've got two people there, one of them's going, I love it, and the other one's going, I hate it, this, that, and the other. So, you know, you have to come up with some kind of, you know, conclusion. But if you look into the feng shui of the house, and that's where consultants come in, is they can look at they do an energy map, so they can see where the energy lies within the home. And that's to do with when the house was constructed, when that roof went on. When the roof went on, it contained energy. And then, of course, we have annual energy, like the planets and the stars, you know, like much the same in the Western sort of astrology and stuff like that, where they have planets and everything else, and then they tell you where everything was when you were born and this, that, and the other. It's the same with a house. You have the energy that was there when that house was born, and then you have an annual energy that comes around each year.
Oh, I love it. Chelsea is loving this live today in particular. So she's brought up a couple of questions. So we're going to answer them, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about how you help people in particular at the moment, if they haven't guessed already. And I know, like I said, we'll touch on a bit more on how you help people selling homes and, you know, setting the homes. So Chelsea is saying, our entrance to our home is very white, clinical, and a bit blank. I take it she might be asking for maybe a recommendation there or something.
Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with clinical and blank. At least it's not full of shoes, and you know, you don't want shoes and bags and stuff, because again, that's a no-no. So when the entrance to the home is to do with your life path. So if you think that when the chi comes in through the front door, the first thing it hits is the hallway. So it definitely does not want any kind of clutter in there, no bags, no shoes. You know, everybody has the coats hanging up on the side and they have the shoe rack down there, and the energy comes in, it just gets stuck straight away. Well, putting fresh flowers there is always a good thing to bring the chi into the hallway. You've got to be careful on mirror placement. You've got to make sure that if you have a mirror there, mirrors are great because mirrors can be expanding, they can give you that feeling of expansion, but they can always be reflecting. So what we don't want to do is when we open the door is to see a mirror straight in front of us, because the energy is just bound straight back out.
But that makes so much sense. Like, it's reflective. It literally just goes,
yeah,
bye.
You've got to be careful what you're reflecting. So if you've got a mirror and you look in that mirror and you can see a load of clutter in the corner, what are you doubling? Your clutter.
Love it. So she's also saying they can use sound therapy for pain management now too. It's fascinating. Which I knew that. It is really, really fascinating at how something a lot of people would just be like, can really help you.
I think the way that the world is moving now, the world is moving away from drugs and you know, they're moving to the alternative therapy and everything, and it's amazing for pain management. It really, really is. So as much as you can, you know, can sit there and do, you know, a meditation, what the sound does, it penetrates right down into the cells. They've even done some research in France with like petri dishes with cancer cells in it, and they literally will just combust those cells. It's absolutely amazing what they're doing.
Wow. And then she's also said, we did all that when we walked into someone else's home. We felt like we're in someone else's home. It wasn't until I viewed this house that I felt like I was looking at my future home. Completely right, Chelsea. What we're just touching on. So, Gillian, obviously, I know you have helped, in particular, one amazing lady who had her house on the market for a long time. You went in, sorted her out, hooked her up, and she sold a house really fast after that, didn't she?
I think it was either the next day or the same. Next day it was, because I was down there for 6 hours. Next day she sold it asking price. Yeah, and I've sold my own house in a week. So I've sold my own house. I'll be moving in the summer, but I sold my own house in a week. The thing about selling houses is I mean, I can't give away the feng shui secrets
No,
because
obviously,
otherwise nobody would employ me. There is different secrets and things that you have to do. And one of the main things is you need to get the client to detach from the home. Because it doesn't matter whether you've lived in a home we've only lived in here for a year, and we had to detach from it because I do love this home, but we need to move. There's just a reason that I can't go into, but we need to move. But and we need to detach from it. And there's certain things you need to do as a consultant with your client to get them to detach, because they could have lived in this home for like 20 years. This woman was here for, she's been trying to sell for 10, but she's lived there for 20 years. Very detached, grew up, she lost a child in there. She then had another child. She's had people come and go, lodgers, that's the word I'm looking for. She had lodgers come and go and this, that, and the other. And and it was where all of her family grew up. So she just felt so attached to this home. So we space cleared the home, first of all. I don't know if you know about space clearing.
I don't.
Part of this feng shui. It's where we basically get rid of the residual energy and the predecessor chi. Predecessor chi is where people that have lived in the home previously, or like in her case, it was the lodgers, have left their energy within the space. They absorb into the walls, and it stays. And then it means that when that next person comes in, they're just going to pick up on it. What you want to do is you want to neutralize the energy within the home, so that when the people come through the door, they're not getting a good or a bad feeling.
Yeah, completely right. So, as we're actually, believe it or not, we've been talking for nearly half an hour. Yeah, great. Look, this is why I love doing this show. It's so Gillian, how can, obviously I know we've touched on it, but in case it hasn't been very obvious to a lot of people, how can you help people, their homes, their lives? What do you do? What if someone is, possibly hopefully watching this and going, oh, this sounds like something that might help me, but I'm not fully sure, because obviously they may not know much about feng shui, they may not know much about sound healing. How can you help people?
So the feng shui, what the feng shui does was, so I'll give you a sort of quick sort of lowdown of what I would do in a consultation. I would get your floor plan up. I would get your compass direction. I would get your construction period of your home. I would send you a questionnaire to find out where the areas in your life that are troubling you. For instance, if you've got relationship problems, feng shui can help. If you've got career problems, feng shui can help. You've got family problems. You've got problems with money, feng shui can help. You can help with any area of your home. And then within that, I will plot an energy map, which is through me as a consultant, what I've trained to do. And then that energy map will tell me where the hot spots are for negative energy, where the good spots are. I can also look forward into 2022 and see what's going to be coming next year, what you can do to help yourself in 2022. And then we space clear the house as well, because it's always really important that the house is space cleared and the energy is cleared for the remedies to come in, and to actually the energies to be placed, and they need to be placed in a specific place, not just randomly. Oh, I'm going to put it over there, and I'm going to put an aquarium over there. And it doesn't work like that. It has to be specifically placed. Then the energy will start to flow. We do use law of attraction. We do get them to do the affirmations, like you were saying, because it's good that they can actually bring that into the home anyway, and it brings positivity into people's lives. And that's kind of it in a nutshell. So when everything starts to flow, their life starts to flow, and everything starts to get better.
And it's funny because it's like it starts swirling a bit like a wheel full of energy, that, isn't it? It's a bit funny that. It's funny that, the business name is Energy Wheel. Gillian, thank you so much for coming on the show. Please don't rush off straight away. I'm going to kick you backstage and we'll have a good old natter just as we finish. How does that sound?
Okay, great.
Lovely to speak to you, Gillian. I'll speak to you shortly.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Bye. Oh, I love that. A lot of people don't. This is one of them things, a lot of people don't know a lot of things about lots of people. A lot of people don't know a lot of these kind of things about me. And I like to think, educated enough to understand it, which I find personally pretty good. Get us be far in life. So one of the reasons I also am very excited to begin this week is because my final guest has confirmed for Coaches Week. So from the 29th of March, you have got 5 days of coaches. So day one is actually myself, Cara Wood. Cara with a K, Quackette herself, is interviewing me on the Monday, which is going to be pure carnage. So that's on the 29th of March. These shows may be a bit longer that week as well, so you can get the full benefit of everyone that's coming on. The 30th of March, we've got the one and only Mr. Brad Burton, the UK's #1 motivational business speaker. Is an absolute gem. Then on the Wednesday, we've got Taz Thornton, the one and only lady herself, to unleash your awesomeness. And then on Thursday, we've got the man that is, Christ, so happy, positive, Cros Crossley on the 1st of April. And then on the 2nd of April, we've got Fidel Burhill, the kingmaker himself, and the queenmaker now, I believe. So we've got Fidel, Cros, Taz, Brad, and myself. So keep an eye out for that promotion. Get that week booked in your diary. I cannot wait. It's at the end of this month. Hope you have a lovely day. A good start to your week. Start the day off right, and the rest of your week will follow. And in the words of my nana, and I absolutely love saying this now, if you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, don't get caught.